pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good afternoon, everybody. I just need public notice for the open public meeting.
Yes, Chairman, it has.
Can I get a roll call, please?
Commissioner Davis.
Here.
DeWise.
Here.
Fisher.
Here.
Grillo.
Here.
Parikh. Rios.
Here.
Roberts. Scott.
Here.
And Chairman Zabrowski.
Here.
We have a quorum.
We have our minutes from the July 9th, 2026 meeting. Has everybody had an opportunity to review those? Are there any questions, needs for modifications? If not, can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second. Roll call?
Commissioner Davis.
Yes.
DeWise.
Yes.
Fisher. Grillo.
Yes.
Rios.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
And Chairman Zabrowski.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mike and Anthony, attorney's report?
Sure. I'd like to talk about a couple of the resolutions on the agenda, Chairman, particularly A and B. I know the discussion had been a borough request for $100,000 transfer. This is $63,000 because there's a limitation on how much the agency can transfer each year, and at $63,000, we'd be at the max that we can transfer. So we didn't go cheap on the borough's request. That's just the amount that is required. C and D are professional service contracts for the financial consultants that would assist us in evaluating various projects that are coming before the agency, such as the Sunshine Biscuit, to make sure that they are financially most beneficial to the borough when they're done. And the last resolution on bond counsel and special counsel, oversight from all of us on your team at the last meeting. We should have approved them, especially since there's a bond closing for the Riverton project next week, I think. So we need them to be official. Another week or two. So that, and it's the same bond counsel and special counsel that we've had for the last 15 plus years.
Questions or comments to our attorney? Good.
Where's the 63,000 coming from, and what it specifically would that fund?
That's come.
I got it, Hamancha.
That's, okay.
It's coming from the surplus that the agency has, and it's going to your side of the balance sheet, and the council's going to decide where it gets spent because it's your budget.
Okay. All inclusive.
Yeah. All 63,000. I think Amancha is secretly happy that it's 63 instead of 100, but I probably shouldn't say that. I don't know.
Not to nitpick, but the director's comments that are in front of us says that it's going to the borough to support youth sports programs. You said it was going to just the general fund.
No, it's going to, where it gets used is directed by council. I think that's its intended use, but I think the council still has to.
Well,
Okay.
that's the reason
That's the reason they
first
asked
came
for it.
in, they asked for it.
Which I think is great. I mean, we talked about last time.
That's what they're gonna use it for. That's why it
That's
may
what they-
end up in their trust fund.
Okay.
Now, Mike, it's.
No, that's what they've told us.
So that it may end up in their recreation trust fund. That's what they pay for the cost of the recreation program, I believe.
Any additional questions or comments for our attorney? If not, moving on to our engineer's report. Justin?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Work at the Riverton site is ramping up to get ready for the Bass Pro opening. This month, they did top paving and striping at the Bass Pro in the Riverton crossing. They worked on sidewalk around the Bass Pro, water main, and concrete work near the Quick Check. And they're getting ready for an opening happening as soon as September, most likely October.
Oh.
They're working on their CO as well. For the borough, so
Questions or comments for our engineer?
TCO.
If not, moving on to planners report. Nina, nice having you here.
So I think Monday I'm presenting the Sunshine Biscuit, the redevelopment plan to the council. I'm done with the area investigation study for the transit-oriented development, but I do want to have some discussions with the board attorney as well as the township attorney before presenting, because I see a few hurdles. And maybe there is a better way than the redevelopment route for now. We will need the redevelopment route eventually when we have a developer. But maybe, just to appease some of the businesses that are there, having an overlay might be another option, but I need to discuss that with both the attorneys. I did have some interesting conversations with two different developers who are interested in working on the mixed use project within the transit oriented development. So I've been having conversations to see how we can proceed, because I think we really need a developer for those sites so that we can address our affordable housing obligation. So I have two of them. Let's see what works out.
Conversation with the attorney.
Yes.
Questions or comments for our plan? No, seeing none, let's move on to the executive director's report. There's no Zach to read it today.
No, we have no Zach, but I have an able assistant. I'm blessed. So Jamie is going to read the executive director's report.
Okay. The Riverton redevelopment update. Construction activity continues to progress throughout the Riverton site. Significant work is ongoing at the Bass Pro Shops location within the Gateway Services area. Construction at Quick Check is also progressing, and work has begun on additional pad sites throughout the development. Borough Council members participated in a site tour of Riverton on July 17th, providing an opportunity to see the progress firsthand. The Riverton team provided an overview of the project and its history before leading council members throughout the site, including a walkthrough of the Bass Pro Shops facility. The Federal Transit Administration grant, following a recent conference call with the Federal Transit Administration, the FTA, SERA has submitted the required documentation to advance the 2022 FTA grant through the federal onboarding process. SERA is currently awaiting confirmation from the FTA that all required documentation has been submitted properly and that the agency may proceed with the next steps in the onboarding process. The process has experienced delays over the past several months due to evolving federal guidance and changing administrative requirements, particularly with respect to civil rights compliance. Once confirmation is received from the FTA, SERA will be able to continue moving the grant forward and ultimately access the funds needed to complete the multimodal transit study for the Riverton project. Allocation to borough. Tonight's agenda includes a resolution authorizing an additional $63,000 transfer to the borough to support the youth recreation program. Since the elimination of recreation registration fees, participation in the borough's youth recreation sports leagues has increased significantly. Removing the financial barrier associated with registration fees has allowed more children in Saraville to participate in the borough's recreation programs. The increased participation has also resulted in additional program costs for the borough. As a redevelopment agency, SERA has the ability to help offset a portion of these costs and support the borough's continued efforts to expand access to youth recreation programs. A letter to Raritan Street property owners. SERA recently sent a letter to property owners within the proposed Raritan Street study area explaining the redevelopment process, the potential benefits of designation, and the opportunities that redevelopment could provide for the area. The letter also outlined the potential benefits associated with a transit village designation. The presence of the NJ Transit Park and Ride makes that area particularly well-positioned for transit-oriented development, which aligns with NJ Transit's interests in encouraging development around existing transit facilities. A copy of the letter was provided to the commission by email last week.
There's just one thing I want to add to the report on the Riverton redevelopment. They did held employment day at the Bass Pro site. There was 2 days of employment day. And I did stop by to look at it first day. There was a lot of people lining it up there. My question, I think last time when Kevin Polston, the executive director, was here, was saying, I think we should get an idea how many Sayreville residents has gained employment at this site. We haven't been able to obtain anything. Bass Pro, communication with them is still very limited, but hopefully soon, once their opening date is set, then, we'll have improved communication and gather that information that I can share with you.
Questions or comments for the executive director's report? Albert, I just have one question because I know you went on that tour. I've been on it before. What'd you think? It really is, right? The whole site is actually,
I work retail, most of my life.
yeah.
So I know a lot about planograms.
Can you use the microphone? Make sure, yeah.
So yeah, it was very impressive. I worked retail, most of my life, so I know all about like planograms and things like that. So I was very, very impressed with the whole schematic of the store. It was impressive.
Good for the site too.
And the site, yes, I didn't even realize the site was so huge. When you look at the size of the Bass Pro Shop, and you're like, wow. And then you look at the map and it's just a little dot in the property. Then it gives you an idea. I like what they're, the whole cleanup that they're doing, the wall by the bay and all that stuff. It's, I was very impressed overall. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Good.
And I had a comment. Is there anything that we can do to work with not only Bass Pro Shop but to guarantee, I don't know if guarantee will be the right word, but let's say it, to guarantee some of the percentage to go to our residents, some percentage.
I think I'll let Mike talk about the legal issue, but I don't think you can put any potential developer or employer in the town to say if there's percentage of Sayreville.
I figured, but maybe
I don't
there's
think-
another way of doing it as a goodwill type. Hey,
Encouragement is what we doing them.
Right.
That's the reason I asked that question. That's the reason I want to continue asking the question. And we now have kind of got an understanding with the Riverton folks and Prudential now that we will have information on communication with the principal of any new businesses coming in town. So we're going to be sending welcome letters. We just did with, we just sent one, right? We just sent to the Quick Check folks and setting up a meeting with them. So those are the exact things that I want to try to emphasize, saying, hey, folks, please, we have taken a lot of pain now. You're here, we welcome, but we would like you to consider Sayreville residents as a priority. So you can encourage them, but I don't think you can put a law saying they have to do 10%.
Good question. Yes. So how much is right? You can't say X%, but you can say things like, as part of your project, prior to opening, you're required to advertise in a local newspaper on, do we allow commercial advertising on our website? But places, yeah, in the borough, so that, and give them ways to make it known in the borough that this is happening, sort of a little special treatment. And that's easy to do with like a one-off development when there are going to be 100 different owners out there. We have some requirements on Riverton to do things like that local. But we can't impose that on the tenants there. We can only encourage.
You know what? I think you brought up an important point that I want to bring out, that when a site goes through the redevelopment process and we have a redevelopment agreement, it allows us to put a lot of this, request, requirement or control. If they had gone through general planning board approval, we would have a very little or no control. but there are a lot of things in agreement that is set. That's why their communication, they're coming in front of us. So those, I think that, there are some people talk about redevelopment process and the only negative talk about pilots or something, but it's really, if you look at Riverton, it's with all the things that has happened, pilot agreement, financial agreement, it's really beneficial to the borough.
Any other questions or comments? If not, moving on. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I would like to ask, you got the parking lot letter. Did you actually send it out yet? And if you did you get any feedback on it?
We sent it out. We haven't received any feedback yet. But that, it just went out. I mean, people.
Because I know people. The way the roads were closed off without, giving them any, it had nothing to do with SERA, but it was more of, the residents not having access to get, how they use that little.
Oh, you're talking about Cross Avenue when, yeah,
Yes.
that was
Talking
closed.
about the residential development there. That is happening, D.R. Horton.
Homes back in that area.
Yeah,
they
the
weren't
D-
able to
right,
access
but
it.
that's
They
a-
have to go to Route
Yeah.
9.
Right.
But it's still, Raritan is still in that area. so-
Right. No, I understood, but that's residential development. D.R. Horton is building, and I think part of that closing took place. You're right. It has nothing to do with Sarah. We're not involved in that whole development
No, but
process.
they talk to each other though. Like the Raritan Street.
Well, hopefully the letter will help them understand, will clarify a little bit. Whether it's gonna appease them, I don't know.
No, but you're right. I mean, communication is key.
Yeah.
And really was. And I know that that road was closed for probably longer than anybody had anticipated, and it was an inconvenience, without a doubt. But to our fire department as well, because they, yeah.
I think lately there's a lot, Minnesink Avenue's been, Minnesink Avenue is often closed and people had to go around all the way. If they want to go on a Cheesequake or anywhere, they got to go around Bordentown, come back on Cheesequake. So I know the road closings are painful for everyone.
The hope, though, is that the transit village at some point will actually mitigate congestion and issues by the infrastructure, the opportunity for mass transit and the connectivity that it has, correct? Yeah. On to our public relations report. Kevin, how are you? Busy summer?
Yes, full of vacations and other fun activities with the children. Good evening, commissioners, chairman. Yeah, as the chairman pointed out, it's been a busy summer. I last filmed a podcast of Conversations with Kennedy, the mayor's podcast, that along with Eloy, who is the president of the Board of Ed, they did one supporting local business, Style Urbano Barbershop. That was probably about 2 weeks ago, filmed it at that, and now that's out. So that's part of a series that we're kind of working on along with the Mashu to promote local businesses. Before that, they went to a restaurant on Ernston Road, Latin Port. That was a few weeks prior to that, so that's out as well. Also finally finished the second part of Mike and John's episode about pilots. That took some time to go through everything and put it all together. So the second part is ready, as is the second part of the episode with JCP&L. Both are on YouTube, just not published yet. So those still have to go out to get approval from JCP&L and from you as well. This time I'll actually send you the photos so you don't have to go through the video and cut them out. There's also an outstanding episode regarding all of the commissioners and your own individual things. So it's put together. I'm just waiting to do one with Commissioner Fisher as well as Commissioner Roberts as well. So those are two people that we will get in that video, so we're not missing them.
Can we finish that?
We can finish that. We will get on top of that and do that.
No?
No, Commissioner Fisher. Yeah.
Please,
So,
please,
Derek looked tonight.
yes.
okay. Noted. So yeah, besides that, just been updating the Facebook page with posts as well as the website. So besides that, just that's it.
The restaurant, they on Instagram or Facebook?
They are, it's on YouTube. Yeah, we have a YouTube channel. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Since it's Conversations with Kennedy, it's the Burrows. So it is on,
Linked on our Facebook.
it is on, it's not on our Facebook page. It's on the Burrows.
Burrows page.
Yeah. I can start putting them on ours, but you know,
It should. Well, one thing I was confused because I kept reading coming soon, the JCPL episode, but episode was live. They were talking, so
that was,
coming soon.
that was the second part. Yeah, the second part with John and the representative from JCP&L when they're talking about the, oh my gosh, the new light poles that are going up. That is the episode that was just finished that I finished.
And that was good because there was a misconception that it's all because of the data center already
Exactly.
there. There was no data center, but
No.
because JCP&L is upgrading poles, which are higher, in size, or they're taller than the current pole. Everybody thought that's because that's a data center.
There's also new fiber being installed. I live the next street over from Minnesink, like right by the cemetery over there. So there's also fiber that's being put up as well. So I'm assuming that's causing a little concern as well. So that's something that maybe whoever, should put information out about that as well, just to make sure that everyone is aware of what's going on. Besides that, nothing else. Any questions or comments from me? You can give me a call.
One thing
Shoot
I
a
just
text.
want to add, we have, I think we spoke about it last time, that we are going to start series of all our, introducing our small business to, videotape, podcasting, to help them, I think the goal, Sarah, while Sarah's goal is to attract new businesses, retaining existing businesses always valuable. So we're going to try, once Kevin gets freed up with all this, we're going to try with different restaurants, different businesses.
Absolutely, yeah. So I think the next episode that the mayor and Eloy are looking into is Mama D's Empanadas on Washington, which actually this past week had a few Yankees players there. So they had Luis Sojo, Chuck Knobloch, and Ramiro Mendoza. So yeah, I went and I met them both days. So and the mayor was there as well with Eloy. So
Kevin, did you say we have our own YouTube channel? Or
we do.
don't?
The SERA has our own YouTube channel, and that's where I post all of our podcast episodes and anything else. But just to keep a separation between what the mayor does with the borough and what we do with SERA, that's why I don't post the mayor stuff on our page.
Are we lacking an outlet at all from your perspective? Is there something that we may be missing?
I would say maybe a newsletter. If people are interested in signing up a newsletter, we can take the executive director's report that's given every month and kind of turn that into a newsletter with updates for people as well. But that requires having something for people to use to sign up for and receive information.
I believe you do post a report under the.
I do. I do an article. I take the executive director's report and I kind of put it into a brief summary and I post that as a news article on the website. So.
For Kevin?
No, all right.
Thanks,
It's
Kevin.
been a pleasure.
All right, we have authorization of payment of bills, total amount $51,328.66, which is the breakdown is the operating total of $28,603.16 and escrow total of $22,725.50. The bills are in our report. If you have any questions, please raise them. If not, I would look for a motion. Roll call.
Commissioner Davis. DeWise. Fisher. Grillo.
Yes.
Rios.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Chairman Zarowski.
Yes.
Thank you.
On to resolutions. We got 2026-824 resolution authorizing the CFO to amend the authority budget for the fiscal year 2026, January 1, 2026 to December 31, 2026. Any comments, Camacho, on that?
No, I think just as Mike explained, we're using the surplus funds to support, this youth program.
Can I, if there's no questions, and I know this was discussed, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Roll call?
Commissioner Davis. DeWise. Fisher. Grillo.
Yes.
Rios,
Yes.
Scott, Chairman Zabrowski. Thank you.
On the B, 2026-08-25, resolution of Saraville Economic Redevelopment Agency approving amendment to the 2026 budget and transfer to the Borough of Saraville of $63,000 for Borough Recreation Department program use. This was discussed in conjunction with the last resolution. Are there any more discussion, or can I get a motion?
So moved.
Roll call?
Commissioner Davis. Wise.
Yes.
Fisher. Grillo.
Yes.
Rios.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Chairman Zabrowski.
Yes.
Thank you.
On to C, 2026-08-26, resolution of the Saraville Economic and Redevelopment Agency awarding professional service contract for financial consultant from July 1, 2026 through July 1, 2027 pursuant to the fair and open process NJSA 19:44A-20.1.
Make a motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Davis. Wise. Fisher. Grillo.
Yes.
Rios.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Chairman Zabrowski.
Yes.
Thank you.
D, 2026-08-27, resolution of the Saraville Economic Redevelopment Agency awarding professional service contract for financial consultant from July 1, 2026 through July 1, 2027 pursuant to the fair and open process NJSA 19:44A-20.1.
Make a motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Davis. Wise. Fisher. Grillo.
Yes.
Rios.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Chairman Zabrowski.
Yes.
Thank you.
And the final, 2026-08-28, resolution of the Saraville Economic and Redevelopment Agency awarding professional service contract for bond counsel and special counsel from July 1, 2026 through July 1, 2027. Again, pursuant to the fair and open process, NJSA 19:44A-20-1. Motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Davis. Wise. Fisher. Grillo.
Yes.
Rios.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Chairman Zabrowski.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now on to our chairperson's open meeting, well, actually, commissioners' comments. Do we have, does anybody want to raise anything? We had a good conversation earlier. Is there anything else that you want to bring up to the dais tonight? Nope. I do have one item. I know that earlier this year, we were pursuing a part-time person for the purposes of, I think would be the benefit of our businesses, both those that would like to be coming into town and those that we currently have. And part of that was kind of a real estate thing, and part of that was also zoning and code enforcement and stuff like that. The reason I bring that up is I know that we didn't really have a lot of good feedback on that, but I had an opportunity to talk to a few of the council members in South Amboy. And they have a similar interest. And my question is, and I just throw this out as a discussion point, is what if a shared service agreement between the two municipalities to create one full-time position, which may raise the level of people interested? And you would say, well, okay, but part of the time they'd be doing it South Amboy, but a sister town that's next door would be of great assistance because sometimes something would fit in South Amboy, but it wouldn't fit in Saraville, and conversely the same way. So I raise that as a conversation as number one, is it a legal possibility?
Absolutely.
And number two, if it's something that we would like to pursue more, because I do have a contact over in South Amboy that said they would be open to looking into doing that. And then again, I go back to probably a full-time person. We might be more likely to get someone with that background.
I think it's a good idea, and I believe we can do it, even though we are quasi-agency and they are the borough, unless they have their own redevelopment agency where we have a connect. But the only thing I would suggest that we do is that we become the host community and we, hiring,
They reimburse us.
they reimburse us, yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll give you the information to connect, and then maybe we can have further conversations.
Sure.
later. Any
Great
questions? or
idea,
comments,
great
or
idea.
is Anybody else? Okay with that?
That's a good idea.
Thank you. And now, let's move on to opening to the public. And Jamie, you have some stuff you have to read before we open to the public?
To help keep this meeting as organized as possible, we ask members of the public to approach, state your name, and strive to limit your comments to 5 minutes. All comments this evening should refer to the redevelopment and agenda items per NJSA 4-12A and the Sayreville Economic and Redevelopment Agency's rules. In the event a member of the public has questions they seek answers to, an appointment can be made during regular business hours with the agency's office. Thank you.
Anybody from the public this evening would like to speak? Anybody from the public would like to speak? Third time, anybody from the public like to speak? If not, can I get a motion to close public portion? Roll call?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion to adjourn?
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Jamie, thank you.
Mark.